How about that coronavirus?
Huh. It almost made me want to stop drinking a certain kind of alcoholic beverage.
Ha,
Funny. Ha.
I bet they might have it at the grocery store. I was at the grocery store. I mean, I was ordering it on my phone, and they're out of ramen. They're
Oh, man.
like, we don't have any ramen.
For a
Like,
second there, I thought you were talking about ordering coronavirus on your phone.
no.
Get it sent to me. Oh, man.
It's like having a pox party for your kids.
That's beautiful.
Do you know anybody that had a chicken pox party? It's like you're going around and your kids just touching everybody.
That
Okay.
seems a bit bizarre. I love to spread disease. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, with chicken pox, you don't want to get it when you're older, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, oh,
I mean,
you
coronavirus,
need to go cough in everybody's drink.
yeah, with coronavirus, I'd rather not get it at all. So
Yeah,
that's cool. But anyway, we're streaming.
we're streaming
We're
a
streaming.
game.
Yep. Hello, Folkarinos. You know, this is last time we streamed, we failed miserably. It was pretty whack. It was a pretty whack stream, but we're trying it again, bruh.
Shout out to Zoom, the only service that seems to actually work for this.
Pretty much. Maybe. I mean, we used Discord last time. Maybe, if I had my resolution of my game smaller, maybe it would have worked, but,
Yeah, maybe.
who knows? But it's too late now. No turning back. Can't stop moving forward.
Yeah.
On to the future. So, anyway, like last time, we are playing Spyro the Dragon. It's about a dragon. I believe his name is Spyro, though I might be mistaken on that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Spiral the Dragon.
Spiral, Spiral the drag queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be a
Spiral.
quality show.
Yeah. Spiral's drag show. All right. So let's see here. So I have 100%ed this game several times now because I am that bored. So, I will 100% this game over the course of several streams. Probably not in one single stream because that's a bit much. But unlike most games where, I play them and then, after a certain point, I'm like, we're done. This one, we're gonna finish it, man. It's gonna be done and we're gonna be proud of ourselves, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the plot of this game?
Okay, so the plot is a very intricate. I don't want to spoil too much for our Spyro virgins here. So you see, it all started 5,000 years ago when there was this man. He was named let's see here. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. There's this dude named Paul, and he was appalling. But then Jesus Christ came into the picture. But then there was a wacky mix-up, and suddenly Jesus' soul went into this small purple dragon.
Wow.
And
This reads pretty much just like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
yep, it is exactly that. C.S. Lewis wrote the plot for Spyro the Dragon.
Yep.
Mister Mister Cis Lewis,
So,
cisgender Lewis. All right, what?
I was gonna say like Spyro kills people to save the guy Sparks. That's what happens, right?
Not, sorta.
He
Not
harvests
really.
their souls.
Uh, well, I mean, you'll see. But
Okay.
there's like enemies, and then there's like these things that aren't real enemies, but you attack them anyway. When you attack them, they poof into butterflies, and then Sparks, who is a dragonfly, eats the butterflies, so he gains health. And somehow Spyro's health is connected to Sparks' health. So
Oh, that's
that,
weird.
you're weird. Your mom's weird.
So he's a vampire.
Yep. But anyway, Spyro the Dragon. Let's load the son of a gum up. Some of a gum up. Alright. So let's see here. Yep. Alright. Just a second. Alright, that PlayStation boing.
Boing. Wow.
Alright, and switching over now. Alright.
I think it would be cool if, like, you opened up the top of your PlayStation so you could see the CD spinning in there, and then you could scratch the game. Do a remix.
Yep. PlayStation DJ.
Yeah.
If you spin the CD fast enough, you can play the game faster.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. So let's see here. Alright.
Laser dick.
Yep. Truly. Alright. Shut up, PC. Alright. PC gaming. Alright. PS gaming, in fact. Alright, let me
Find
shut.
your memory card.
Yep. Lost it up my ass.
Charge.
Alright.
Oh, in charge.
Yep, true. As you can see, we already have a game that was started. That's probably the game from last time. But screw this game. We are gonna delete it. Or not. Oops. Whoops. We want to start from the beginning so I can get a fresh experience.
Wow.
Sorry, gamers. The adventure continues. No, it does not. Yeah, screw you.
Wow.
Okay. Alright. Yep, shortcut. Quit game. Screw you, game. Alright. So that's that. Yep, that's the end of the game. We already saw this. Heh, speedrun. Yeah. Goodbye, game. Alright. Now the adventure begins in the world of dragons. It's a very boring name for their world.
Dang.
Okay,
You
rolling.
saw that like 10 minutes before
It's been
me.
peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age. We now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000? What about this Ganasty Gnork character? Now I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature. Simple? He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides,
He doesn't like that.
ugly, that does it!
Mamma mia.
Looks like I've got some things to do.
Oh,
Aw, Aw, snap. Coming to the rescue. I think he needs to blow his
Looks
nose a
like
bit,
I
though.
got some things to do. This time, it's personal.
Alright. Man, hardest part of the game. Yeah, Nestor.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free
Wow.
10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
I like how he says that's all I can tell you, as if this whole thing's like some massive conspiracy, which, spoilers, it's not. There's like zero plot. That's all I can tell you. I'm in on his tricks, man. Alright. But yeah. Alright.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro!
Alright.
You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing?
No.
His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Alright, I'll be sure to give him the attention he deserves, which is none. Get roasted, Sparks. Alright. Very ineffective thief. Captured very easily. Yo, Gramothy.
What?
Okay. Y'all are mighty silent there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hard to tell what's happening.
Just odd speechless by my gaming prowess.
Yeah.
Already have 18 gems out of 14,000. It's pretty impressive.
Wow. Yeah. It's a very
At this rate, I might get 24. Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Almost.
24 gems. That's the end of the game.
Just gotta
After-
get one really big gem.
I would sort of laugh if like, you know, the final level, like the fight has like one last gem, which is just this giant ass gem, which is like
Oh
10
shit,
million.
I'm gonna come.
Oh snap! It's uncut,
I haven't seen that yet.
like your dad's cock. All right.
Wow.
I should know. I'm his doctor.
I mean, I'm sure I've seen my dad's penis before.
Good stuff.
I think we've all seen our dad's penises.
That's a nice conversation we're having right now.
I'm just saying it's a normal part of life.
Yeah, it's not like we see it frequently, guys.
Only like once or twice.
Anyway, moving along. Alright, so got 5 lives. Alright, I am
Spyro is
5/9
such a
away from
violent
coming in.
guy.
Yep. Running into shit.
Run into wall. I better run into this wall 2 or 3 more times.
Yep, alright. Screw you, treasure chests.
I've been listening to that Obama beatbox video a lot.
Yeah, it's
Like I
pretty
probably
tight.
heard it like 30 times.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, in my opinion.
Can't believe it's really him.
Yeah, man.
Cool Flash. Do
Donald
that
Trump
again.
Fake.
beatbox.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth. but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
You can't tell me what to do. Well, I guess you can, because I can't go in that world. That's unpleasant.
Wow.
Very restrictive gameplay.
Yep.
You know, you can't even enter all the worlds at once. Unlike Super Mario 64, where you can enter everything instantly.
Yep, you can always walk into more doors.
Yep. Aw, snap. That's one of our jokes that we repeat every single stream.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump button twice
Oh,
to glide.
shit.
And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks, plummeting into prehistoric glaciers.
Oh, that.
Sounds like he's projecting his insecurities on me.
Yeah, it was mean.
Yeah, man. I'm not the one who's afraid, old man. Damn. You know, I mean, at least compared with some of the other enemies, at least he can take the heat a bit, you know. He goes down in 3 hits rather than 1. But still, man. He's no match for my purple ponage skills.
So when you unlock some more moves later on.
In this one, no. In the second game, and I think the third game, yes. But this one,
Wow.
you know, you just start off with charge, fire, and jump. And that's it. And snap, turn camera, most important move of all. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Alright, that's
You
another
could
one.
like use the camera to pummel people. Like you get hit with the physical camera.
That would be pretty sick, but unfortunately, no. I mean, it does run into walls or whatever, like your camera's rotating, and then the camera reaches a wall, but it can't go through the wall or whatever, so it just stops and you can't move it. Which, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
You don't want to find all the secret right-wing stuff that the players put in the background.
Mamma mia. Yeah, they hid subliminal messages. These, very dangerous messages. Just for kids playing this game,
But you said you need 1,488 gems, right?
Damn it. Mamma mia. Aw, snap. 100. Alright. Secret subliminal messages like, don't go to sleep. Dreams are lies.
Damn, I thought
Weird
dreams
cult
were
shit.
real.
Damn. I did too. Until I played Spyro and learned the truth.
Wow.
I remember back when I had a girlfriend and I used to call her and shit. She would always whenever I was stuffy or whatever and had to blow my nose, she always thought that me blowing my nose into my phone was the funniest thing ever. I mean, obviously, the quality of this voice chat or whatever seems a bit better than, just a phone call or whatever. But I was just wondering how funky my nose blowing sounded on your end.
It sounded weird. I mean, I usually don't make a sound when I blow my nose. So that's the reason I would say it's funny.
Silently blow. It's
yeah.
just, when you blow your nose, it's just there's nothing, there's just nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't make a fart sound though.
After you freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya.
Ha. Spyro the Dragon showing his elders.
Yeah.
Disrespecting
Spyro the
his
Dragon
elders.
meets Joe Biden.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. In this scenario, Spyro is like, let's see here. Yeah, Spyro is just like Bernie Sanders.
Why is that?
Because, you know, they share a lot of things in common, you know. Bernie, you know, he's purple. He
Yeah,
has
that's
wings.
true. Yep.
He can breathe fire.
Wow.
Whole lot of things. And plus, you know, Spyro is Jewish. We find that out at the end of the game. Spoilers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of similarities.
Uh-oh, this part of the game takes place on the Sabbath. That's
Watch
his
the dragonflies. Spyro.
catchphrase. You can't
His
play
color
the game on
indicates his power.
Saturday
When he eats butterflies, he stays
or Sunday or
strong,
whatever.
like me.
I think it's Saturday, but I mean, I'm a Gentile, so I don't know.
Yep.
But anyway, snap! I got the key to unlock my third eye. Alright. Oh yeah, and OBS is definitely sort of saying that, you know, there's a lot of frames that are being dropped occasionally.
Yeah.
So to our 0 viewers, I mean, sorry, I'm playing this on my crappy computer, not on Graham's good computer.
Me- On
So
your fucking PlayStation.
well, we're streaming it using my computer, but yeah, the game is on a real PlayStation. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I was
So
just
yeah.
making sure.
When you free a dragon or step on
You
one
wouldn't
of their
download a
platforms, you're
car.
saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
I mean, I run into walls a lot, so there's that.
Yeah.
Like that. Screw you, brain. I don't need you anymore.
Get as many concussions as possible.
Yep. Alright, so you see, you know, there's the treasure chests or whatever. You can flame those or you can charge those. Versus these, though, which you cannot flame. It just, you know, stays like that.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you can't do a prolonged roast, which, you know, melts down the metal.
It's cool.
In future games, you can do that, though. You know, it slowly melts the metal in real time. It takes like 15 minutes. It's a very
Wow.
boring game.
Roasted.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Oh, you beat the game.
Mamma mia. Beating these rams. Just like the stream here is beating my ram. Huh.
Yeah. It's. I'm seeing like every millionth frame.
Yeah. Lo-fi gaming experience. I mean, is the sound every millionth frame of the sound coming through?
Yeah.
Alright. Wait, like, is the sound okay? Or is it just the video that's bad?
It's tolerable for now. It's less bad than it was.
Alright.
Your voice seems to come through.
Okay.
Just the game is like.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, at least on my end, the audio is mostly fine. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, OBS seems to be suggesting that like frames are dropping like flies or whatever, but I don't know. This is sort of a weird avant-garde stream anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll do Spyro I mean, at this point, it's not even 2.0. We can do Spyro the Dragon 3.0.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You
No.
bet.
For the longest glide, press the X button at the top of a jump, and try pressing the triangle button to drop down in mid-flight.
Man, I thought, you know, jumping like a very small jump would make me go the farthest. But thanks for letting me know, bro. Damn, these dragons are so stupid.
Yep. Lying to simulate the mistrust we have in others.
That is deep, man.
The
Turns out we were the
Easiest
real.
game.
It turns out we were the real insomniacs all along.
yeah.
Yep. Mother Mia. Alright. Come on. Come on. Come
What
on.
the heck is that thing?
It's a thief. It's thieving the eggs from the Dragon Kingdom, where there only seem to be men dragons.
Yeah.
Male birth. That's. I
Out of
wonder.
their ass.
Anal birthing. My anal mother. That is a phrase that has been stuck in my head for some weird reason. Is the phrase anal mother. I have no idea where it comes from, but just like, yeah,
That's suspect.
my anal mother. Alright. It's a rare condition.
It's this day and age.
Family can just be 8 anal mothers.
Instead of Family Matters.
What? Anal mothers. Yep.
It's a rare condition.
Yeah, this is a very anti-sheep kind of game. Open your third eye, gamers. Alright.
Yep.
Alright, I need one more gem. It is probably up here somewhere, but we'll see. Also, doink. Hit.
I heard opening your third eye protects your immune system.
Damn. Because you can see the germs, man.
Yep, you can see the germs. Avoid them.
Alright. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe. The hidden gem. Sort of like in every single like 3D Mario game, there's always like this weird Easter egg where there's like this like pole or tree or something, and you have to like go around the pole, like run around the pole like 5 times or whatever to receive like this magic star or whatever. Like every single Mario game has that sort of weird crap in it.
Ah. You have to pole dance.
Yep. Sexy Mario. I mean, just look at that mustache, man.
Yep.
Alright. I'm beginning to think it might not be up here. Interesting.
Oh,
Alright.
gotta restart from a new save location.
Alright, well, let me check here. Check all previous locations. Ascend. Alright. Let's see here.
Wow.
Alright, so nope, not there. I promise I have played this game before. See that sweet trick shot that I made? You know, I jumped over that sheep like it was nothing, man. Just wow. Damn, that was a two-sheeper right there. Alright, nope. It is not there.
Come on.
True that, crow. Hey, we got a viewer. Sorry for how terrible
Whoa.
the frame rate is on this stream. One viewer.
Don't apologize.
Unapologetic
On
gaming.
purpose.
Yep. It's a lo-fi aesthetic gaming. Ah, yeah. The last gem. Alright, so that world's finished. Now I can finally leave.
Whoa.
My soul is no longer tormented by my fruitless search. Well, I guess it's not fruitless anymore, because I got fruited.
Yeah.
Alright. One world down. Few more to go. Yeah. Ah, damn. Walls. It's a very thick hedge mage. You know, it's yeah, it's not actually made out of bushes or whatever. It's just like a brick wall that they painted over.
To look like a hedge.
Yep.
It's good stuff. It's very useful.
You know, that's
That's
how
they did it
hedgehogs
in
are
the
made.
Movie, hedgehogs. Oh!
Sonic the Hedge. He's just a bush. He doesn't move.
Cropped boomer images.
Aw, snap.
Sonic the Hog Hedge.
Sonic the Huge Hog. There is probably like some weird porn or whatever, which is called Sonic the Huge Hog.
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
I mean,
I
we
should know I made it.
Shadow. You remember like Operation Nice Cock or whatever?
Yeah, that was great. That was beautiful. Too bad mine's longer. You know, you hear people on Twitter, you know, talking about, you know, people, you know, with giant dicks, other people with small dicks. What about people like me with, you know, average sized dicks, you know?
I don't
You know,
know,
I
I
mean-
guess you're left out.
You know, I'm a solid.
Left out of the discourse.
Yeah. No, I'm a solid 6 inches, you know. It's not too small, not too big. It's just right.
Spyro.
That's just
Want to know a
average. You
secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Oh snap, breaking the fourth wall, bud. Oh, we lost that one viewer. Couldn't handle our aesthetic.
yeah.
I mean, who really cares about an audience anyway? This is all about our artistic expression.
If we have the best business plan, do it for free and don't tell people how to find it.
Pretty much. You know, that's how Jandek got started. Y'all know Jandek? He's pretty solid. He's outsider musician. He runs his own like record label, Corewood Industries or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen his like blurry pictures.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of blurry pictures. I guess he's too outsider to even hold his camera straight.
Yeah, man. So,
His
Yep.
cerebral palsy.
I don't know. I think all of his, his bones are in order. I don't know. I don't know what cerebral palsy is. What are diseases?
I think that causes, or is that causes you to shake a lot?
I don't know.
Uh,
Got any
I guess I'm
doctors
thinking
in the
of
chat?
Parkinson's.
Yeah, that's Parkinson's. Got any doctors in the chat? I mean, we got nobody in the chat, so I mean.
They can explain to us the epidemiology of
I
coronavirus.
wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
I already knew that, dumbass. Damn, all these dragons are so dumb. Except for me. Alright.
Yep.
Yep, the reason why they're so dumb is because all of them kept running into walls all the time. Snap. Come on, baby, light my fire.
I climbed out of a freezing cube of water.
Yet another one of our recurring gags. All part of the Puritan Oaks lore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Again, I already knew that. Oh snap. Got another viewer. Oh snap. Ah, crap. I think that's the first time on this stream that I've actually lost health.
Dang it.
Darn.
You don't get the good plus 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 ending.
Nope.
You're undamaged
I get that.
completely.
Get the ending where we accidentally cause the third impact.
Oh.
Mamma mia.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Mamma mia.
They had that happy music.
Yep. Alright. Just typing something quickly into chat. Alright, there we go. Back in business. We're doing viewer engagement now. Maybe. You know that the dude who made the soundtrack to this game, that was Stuart Copeland, the drummer for the Police. Y'all
Okay.
like the band The Police? You know, with Sting. Every breath you take, every cake you bake.
And he made the music for this game.
Yep, the drum. Well,
He's
not
related
Sting.
to Aaron Copeland.
Mamma mia. Aaron Copland.
Francis Ford Copeland.
Mamma mia. Just throwing out all sorts of random references today.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by
Rescue
gliding
the
to that area with the
elves.
bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
I've already been doing that too, but thanks anyway. I don't know, it doesn't look very square to me. I mean, it's all sorts of polygons, but it doesn't really look that square. Leaving them hanging. Doing a horn stand. Alright. Now that's a funky chest right there. Screw you, clam. I hate clams. I don't remember if I've ever eaten a
Thanks,
clam.
Spyro.
Maybe.
I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Oh, did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
Another dragon already said that, but okay. Damn.
Wow.
These dragons are really not pulling through, bro. Mamma mia. Got a sort of Toreador theme. Toreador. Alright. Audio be getting crunchy. I don't know the level of crunchiness on your end, Graham, but
Yeah, it's pretty crunchy.
alright.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
Damn. Guess that's why I'm doing the rescuing and not you. I'm really roasting the crap out of these dragons today, aren't I? He don't miss. Referring to myself in the third person. Alright. Alright. Oh, shut up. Didn't put up much of a fight. That was distressing.
Wow. And
Hey.
I offer you a nice egg in this trying time.
Hey, aw, snap. Have you ever thought about how the words distressing and de-stressing sound almost alike? You know, it has two halves of the one whole combined into
Wow.
one. Yeah. You know, you have the action and the reaction all together.
Wow.
Shows how deep our world is.
Wow.
Opening third eyes on this stream tonight.
We're here to talk about the benefits of 432 hertz.
Yeah, man, those extra negative 8 hertz really do wonders. I'm not sure what wonders those are, but something.
You know, because of the Schumann resonance. The Clara Schumann resonance.
Yep. How she was resonating with Mr. Bob Schumann. Bobby Schumann.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yes. Very informative dragon. Damn. Alright. So that should be all the main worlds. Now we're getting to our first boss fight. It's gotta be pretty boss. Oh! Alright. Oh snap. He be opening. Toasty. Y'all toasty out there. Out here in the cold state of Michigan, it's snowing for some bizarre reason.
Yep.
Damn. Man, if global warming exists, why is it snowing out? Take that, Al Gore.
It's snowing because there's just been a sudden drop in carbon emissions.
Yep. We fixed the Earth.
I always like those
New
pictures
Ice
that are
Age.
like, this is how fucking clear it looks like in India right now or whatever. And it's just like a picture on a pretty like normal day. they'll show that like a normal day compared with like a super foggy day taken from a low angle at sunrise or some shit like that.
Yep. Humans are the real virus.
Yep.
The real virus is the friends we made along the way.
Wow. I'm sure that would be a good.
That's true because, social distancing and, spreading the disease by, being outside. So.
You said what?
My jokes have layers.
Oh.
Yep. Unlike other jokes, which are one-dimensional, or in some cases, zero-dimensional. Let me give you an example of a zero-dimensional joke. What? There.
Wow. That was amazing.
Yeah. Has 0 dimensions as it has no meaning. Oh snap, second time I got hit by
the
something.
one meaning.
Yep.
It's like a zero entendre.
Yep. People talk about, double entendres for, saying something which is like suggestive or whatever. And then sometimes they even say single entendre when they're just being straight up. We should instead of going backwards, we should go forwards. Just go triple entendre, quadruple entendre. Just bury our meaning in just loads of obtuse symbolism.
Yeah. And it'll be exactly the same as it was when it had no meaning.
Aw, man. The cycle of language.
Yep,
There's some real Wittgenstein shit right here.
Yes. No, that's how they wrote in the airplane over the sea.
Yeah. Mamma mia. Yep, Wittgenstein was the leader of the band.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful,
Yum.
Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
I'm not even seeing this cutscene at all. I'm hearing it.
Damn.
Yeah, like during the cutscene, you were all still back on the cliff getting the rest of the red gems.
Mamma mia. Yeah, that was definitely... That was like 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't care that much. I mean, I could look back at it again, and if it's like really awful, then we can probably just hold off on streaming like we were originally planning on doing, but the allure of the game.
It's playing the main theme music and I can't really hear you.
Alright, I don't know, man.
You're fighting a scarecrow guy?
Yep. I mean, I just defeated the scarecrow guy, so I don't know, man.
You just started fighting. Oh, it turns out it was a sheep on stilts all along.
Yep. And now I finished the level.
Oh, I wonder how it will end.
Spoilers. Man, this is something.
So, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't stream.
I mean, we got further in the game than last time, I guess.
Yeah. Now you're hopping in the portal to return home.
Yep.
700 gems.
Mamma mia.
Toasty.
Mamma mia. Wait, was it like this delayed before? Or like...
I think it got worse and worse.
Mamma mia. Yeah, man. This Zoom app is like expanding time as we speak or whatever.
Yeah. Somehow.
Alright. Marco the Balloonist. Wow, I see you have been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro. You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like. Are you ready to go? Sure.
Wow.
Screw his head. Am I even on the balloon yet?
No.
Mamma mia.
Haven't even talked to the guy yet.
Oof.
You're waiting around in the hallway there. For whatever reason. Now I see it. He's a fucking small little potato.
Alright, let's shift things around here a little bit. Alright, tell me when I rescue the dragon that is right in front of me now.
Welcome to Peacekeepers, Spyro. Look how our treasure has been turned against us and stolen. Recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
Have I rescued him yet?
No. I heard the audio from it.
Okay, so like the audio is like completely disjoint from the video here.
Yeah. Right now you're paused.
Damn. Like that is just as bonkers.
Okay,
bro.
you rescued him.
Thanks. Nice. Crystal clear video sharing on the Zoom app. Yep.
Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse.
I wonder how off the Twitch stream is.
I don't know.
I mean, we're definitely dropping a lot of frames, but I think dropping frames is different from, you know, being entirely out of sync.
Yeah.
You know.
Fighting a cannon.
Yep. Now I'm using the cannon for my own ends.
Wow.
It just shot it straight into the
Pretty much.
canyon.
Half-Life.
Y'all getting our Twitch channel open. Oh man. That's
Am I
heinous.
opening the Twitch channel?
Probably should. I mean, just
I
to
should?
see. Yeah, just to see like which is more out of sync. Oh man, that's an anus. It makes sense in context, I swear.
It's good that I don't have the context for that remark.
Me. Oh man, another anus. Yeah, 9 lives. I'm a cat now. How's that stream looking?
Still trying to log in. I guess I don't need to.
Yeah, you could probably just watch it normally. Finally get a
Hi,
viewer.
Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job
Hairstyles,
protecting him.
Nico McKee
Make
in
sure to
game.
keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
Already knew that, dude.
Yeah.
Crap.
So it definitely seems to be. I don't know. Like I think I'm hearing the audio from the stream. It's the audio that I'm hearing. So it looks like the stream is ahead of where I am, which is weird. But okay, I guess I can watch the stream.
Alright. So, for the Twitch stream, tell me when I shoot the cannon.
Okay. Just fired it.
Alright. Okay, so it is a little bit off, but not by as
Less
much
horrific.
as... Yeah. It's not like, you know, oh man, 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Quality.
Quality gaming. Wait, so you're saying like the audio is perfectly fine on the Zoom or whatever, but like the video itself, that's causing the problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the audio is a little skippy, but it's not. The audio seems to be playing what the stream video is playing.
Alright. So like the Twitch video plus the
Plus the Twitch video plus the Zoom audio
yeah.
makes for an actual normal sound,
Ah yeah.
kind of.
Mamma mia. Ah man, almost dead. Alright. Ah crap. I'm in
Holy
the
shit,
pit.
we have one viewer.
Mamma mia.
You died.
Yep, I did. And I'm proud of myself. Alright. You know, there's like something very strange about this game. You know, like, enemies don't respawn after you like kill them or whatever.
It was
So, like-
permanently dead.
Well, I mean, like, it respawns once you like re-enter the level. But when you're like playing the level, you know, like you get through the level, you know, there's just like less and less in the level. So
Yeah.
like after a certain point, it just feels strangely empty. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a very lonely game.
Yes.
Lonely gaming. Oh snap, there's a pit there, probably should go in it. Didn't put up much of a fight. Alright. Yo, Gunner.
What's up?
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
I always like how like a lot of the dragons that aren't like giving gameplay tips or whatever, are like trying to make it seem like there's some sort of deep story behind this game. You know, like, that's all I can tell you. Fulfill your destiny, Spyro. And then, like, you know, it just doesn't matter. It's just sort of needless world building for a world that doesn't really exist. You know, it's just
Very detailed.
Yep. I mean, the game itself is alright, but it's all about the gameplay, all about the charge, and the flame, and the jump, and the
Deep
look.
plot,
Yep.
gliding.
Oh snap. Mamma mia. Alright, Dry Canyon. Not to be confused with Wet Canyon, which is what your mom is.
Oh.
Get dunked on, son.
Got me dead. Father-son gaming.
Father-son bondage experience.
If. Why is there like a fucking airplane engine on the ground?
Wait, what? Oh, that's a fancy chest.
Oh.
You open it by blowing on it. You gotta make sure you're, I feel like there's a specific medical term for it, but you know, you're breathing pressure. Gotta keep those lungs healthy.
Yeah.
You can work on it by stealing money. Breathing on the money. Screw you, blue dude. This is anti-blue man propaganda.
Yeah. It's kind of racially insensitive.
Mamma mia. Alright. Yo, oh fuck, Conan O'Brien.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh man.
Conan
That was the worst
O'Barbarian.
one.
Conan O'Barbarian. Funny. Screw you, birds. This game has a very anti-nature propaganda. It's anti-nature propaganda. Screw you, trees.
Nature is the real virus.
Everything replaced by chrome.
Yeah.
Wait, we need an unnatural thing. Something which is not at all composed of nature. Everything composed entirely of antimatter.
Yeah.
Boris.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
It's not a broad set of life goals there. Might need to rethink your life plans there.
I was born to be wild. You just got that bird in the box.
Bird in the box. Well, it's not in the box, it's on the box. And it's not really a box, that's more like a thing. Yeah.
Cajon.
Desk. Minimalist. IKEA desk. Why am I wandering around? Alright. Got this. Mamma mia. I flew all the way over here for 5 gems. That's ass, bruh. Mother mia. Yes. Alright, let's see here. Where am I supposed to go? I mean, I am supposed to glide over there eventually. But there's somewhere else we can go first. That I want to go first. I hear the clam. The clam is near. I am not, though. I am not near the clam. Alright, let's do this. Huh. Yeah. Now that's what I call...
Huh.
Yep. Alright. We did
Showed
it.
you jump now.
Maximos. Maximum Dragon.
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled, with a pinch of salt.
Damn. I like how the audio like awkwardly cut off in the middle of the word salt.
Oh, with a pinch of...
With a pinch of salt. You know, like just the game itself didn't want to deal with this bullshit.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like eating vultures is really close to just eating dead bodies.
That's actually a thing in Metal Gear Solid 3, where you know, part of the gameplay mechanics is that there's a whole bunch of like animals around, and you can like shoot them and then like eat them. And there's like one specific point in the game where there's like a whole bunch of like vultures around, and like if you kill like one of the enemy soldiers or whatever, you know, one of the vultures can like, you know, come around and like eat like the dead soldier or whatever. And then if you shoot the vulture as well and you eat the vulture, then later on in the game where you have to like confront all the people that you killed over the course of the game, like there's the soldier that comes out screaming, "You ate me!" Because he ate the vulture that ate him, you know. So.
Wow.
Wild stuff. We will never stream a Metal Gear Solid game on this channel. Screw you, Hideo Kojima. More like Hideous Kojima.
Screw you.
Follow Puritan Oaks Gaming for further wordplay.
If
you come for the wordplay, you stay for the camaraderie. I don't
stay
know,
for the bad graphics.
Yeah, lo-fi aesthetic. Oh snap, I appear to have lost sparks or whatever. I am dragonflyless. Oh snap. Cause as a dragonfly, cause he's a dragon. Oh crap. Like I legitimately just realized that. I don't know why this took me so long to figure this out.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you're a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known?
I forget.
This game is very ageist. Anti-old people propaganda. Anti-boomer messages.
Oh, the worst kind.
Damn, I like how my flame was sort of delayed. Like, I flamed him, and then like 5 seconds later he fell down dead. It's pretty funky. Of course, for you, there's an extra 5 seconds of me even just getting to him, so that even funkier.
Yeah.
Encircle the orb. Alright. Extra life. No extra dragonfly. Alright. Alright, let's blow up some things. Blow it up. You know, this game becomes like very tedious once you like run out of health. Cause I mean Sparks, you know, like picks up a lot of stuff for you. But now that he's not there, you sort of have to pick it up yourself, which is sort of tiring. I don't like being precise in my video games.
You don't like being precise in your games.
Nope. Mamma mia. You know how some like elitist gamers complain about games having like easy mode? I complain about games having a hard mode. They disrespect us shitty gamers. Man, we reached 100,000. We reached 100,000. 100,000 dropped frames.
Damn.
Very impressive. That is
100,000
apparently.
followers.
Yep. So, yep. That is apparently 37.8% of all the frames in this stream. That is impressive, to be honest.
Where does it put all the drop frames?
I don't know, it forgets.
It saves them all in a folder, and then you can just put them back one by one.
Yep, very convenient.
Like a very difficult puzzle.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, Clifftown.
Wow. People are still... This is intense.
Yep.
This game is intense.
Yeah, man. Oh, are you like trying to make a pun there? Like they're intense?
There's tense there, yep.
Yep.
It's kind of hard because you're experiencing it in past tense.
Oh, snap. Like, that makes sense. Out of sync in time. Time travel. We're time traveling on this stream. Breaking the laws of time. Making gem stew. So, like, you're talking from the past, I'm talking to you from the future.
Yep.
Yeah, man, we're breaking all sorts
That's terrific gaming.
of time laws, man. Mamma mia. Man, she done smacked me. And finally my dragonfly's back. Let Sparks do all the work for me. As I burn all these lizard things to a crisp.
Yeah.
Alright. It's the Eggman.
Shit.
And I am the walrus.
Looks like Roger from American Dad.
Painted blue.
Baby blue.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't harm metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
Yeah, we can't harm metal. My flame temperature isn't high enough. Yeah, one of my favorite things in this game is when you have like multiple of the same enemy in a row, and you like take them out like one after the other, so you get this sort of neat little echo effect going on. Like, let's see here. Let me see if I can line this up here. Like, that's just funny to me. Oi, oi, ow, ow.
Ow.
Yep. You finally got to experience it.
Yeah.
After so much waiting. Oh, man. Not jumping enough. Good. Still running into balls, though. Damn. I was helping her cook her stew or whatever, you know, by flaming her pot, and her stew was so bad it gave birth.
He's stirring a big pot, making chili.
Yep. Yep.
Making gem chili.
Yep.
That's how they make rock and rye.
Rocks and rye.
Yep.
Using only
Take
the
some
finest
rye whiskey.
granite.
Yep. Well, you don't want it to get taken for granted.
Mamma mia.
You don't want to have to go to Meyer.
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Yep.
Obsidian this dick.
Mamma mia. That
You
was
know who else is C equals 8? You know who else doesn't understand joke structure?
What? That's gonna be our new, like, weirdly esoteric inside joke. What?
Catchphrase.
There.
Wednesday, my dudes. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Wednesday.
Wasn't there like a Super Bowl commercial that had the "It's Wednesday, my dudes" meme?
Yeah, I think so. Wild
It's
stuff.
terrible.
Mamma mia.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Why don't you just answer my question, old man?
God
Damn.
damn.
These people are so rude.
This is all a big conspiracy.
Yep, it turns out the nasty Nork was just dragons all along.
Wow. The real nasty Nork was humanity.
Turns out human beings were the real dragons were the real monsters all along.
That's what I learned from Shrek.
Yep.
Turns out ogres were the real monsters all along.
Mamma mia.
The real monster was
The
being
enemies we
mean
made
to
along the way.
ugly guys. What?
The real monsters are the enemies we made along the way.
Yeah. Like, I like the important values that Family Matters taught me, like, don't
Family.
be mean to the nerd.
Yep. Or he'll kill you.
Fucking sell nukes to North Korea.
Mamma mia. Whoops. Did I do that?
Yep.
Yes,
You've
you
reached
did.
the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind there.
How about I don't? Damn. What? Yeah, boy. Whoa there. That was some wild stunting that a Spyro pulled on that corner there. Did y'all catch that? Or did
No.
the frames delete it? Those frames lost forever. Only the memory shall live on
Yep.
of when I very
Nobody's
slightly
hearts.
glitched the physics of this game.
Man, you got fireworks. It's showing you lighting the fireworks now.
That was like 10 seconds ago. I'm
Huh.
sorry, but you've lost the game.
Oh man, the greatest meme ever. You're like a small little quiet potato. I'm more of a big chungus.
You saw that shit? That shit's
Do you
beautiful.
go on Reddit?
Do you watch Call Me Carson? I have never watched a single Call Me Carson video.
What the fuck is Call Me Carson?
It's just another Let's Player.
Oh,
One of a billion.
can't be as good as us.
Nope. With our unique lo-fi aesthetic.
Yep.
which
Gray
is
Still
deliberate.
Plays is pretty cool though.
Yeah.
But he edits his videos. He doesn't do continuous 4-hour videos like us.
Yeah, man.
We're
It's
the
not
Autechre of, we're the Wagner of streaming.
we're like Grateful Dead. We
The
just
Grateful Dead.
Yep. the Grateful Dead only had 2 members in it, which is significantly less than the amount of members that it usually has.
Yeah, it's got like 30 members.
Yep.
Like how Blink 182 has 182 members.
Yep.
And COVID-19 has 19 members.
Yep. Just thinking about the old days of the Grateful Dead when they were still playing in bars and they had to, crowd 20 people or so up on a tiny bar stage.
Yeah.
Could barely play their instruments.
They're playing in LSD bars.
Yep. Yep. Never really made much money because, they, instead of taking out money, they take out like leaves and stuff, which they thought was like actual cash, but it wasn't. It was never cash.
What?
What? And people just imagined they were drinking.
Yeah.
Drinking with their third eye.
That would be an excellent bar.
You don't even pay for anything. You just sit there. It's all about the experience. That you won't get anywhere else.
I do think like there was some sort of futurist stage designer or something who wrote about like, oh, we'll just have this future stage where there's nothing and you'll just have gases pump in that make you think you're seeing a performance.
It is deep.
Yeah.
Turns out the real performance was inside us all along.
The real performance was the gender roles we made along the way. That's what I learned from reading Judith Butler.
Snap. Mamma mia. Oh snap, the music track changed. Yeah, this right here is a banger, bro. I mean, the whole soundtrack is composed of back-to-back bangers, but...
Yeah, it is a good soundtrack. It reminds me of RuneScape.
Snap. Constructing runes. Run, escape.
Yep.
Or RuneScape.
Like,
Because
fire.
that's
the dragon.
Mamma mia. Yeah, that's where RuneScape takes place. RuneScape.
Wow. RuneScape. That's deep, man.
RuneScape. Alright. Authentic Spanish speaking. Oh snap. There you go. The final gem. Alright. So that's that one down. Alright. Back in this war-torn country. Another
intense.
anus. Yeah, man.
Man, you burned it down. They look like in SpongeBob, they have these weird changing tents on the beach.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I mean, that's in real life too, but okay.
I've never seen those. I guess it's been so long since I've been to the beach because it's illegal now.
Yeah, they don't go to the beach anymore.
Oh!
That was a reference to the classic post-rock band, Slint.
Sleep.
Slint. Sleent. Sleep.
Sleep. Yep. Because they don't sleep on the beach anymore. That's what the album is about.
This level is very has a very pleasing aesthetic in my opinion.
A word of caution.
Oh fuck, is this a fucking
Wait
ice
until you
level?
grow big.
Yep.
Like me. Before charging those large enemies.
Yeah, like sort of weird. I mean, this level's perfectly fine. You're not really slipping around too much on it. Don't catch them sleeping. But like everybody likes to complain about water levels for whatever reason. You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, but I've never really had problems with water levels. I mean, they're like tedious, but they're not like hard. Like my least favorite kind of level is the ice level where you're just slipping all the time, you know? That's just irritating. That's no
I
good.
mean, they all have their places. It's just funny that they like, it's funny that like, I don't know, certain games just had like, oh, it's got to have a fire level and a water level and an ice level.
I
all the
mean, there's only so many environments you can do. So many.
That's
I'm
true.
not sure. I'm not sure
They're
the
like-
correct word. I keep thinking ecosystem, but that's not quite it.
Biomes.
Biomes, yeah.
But
The engine
seeing
biome.
level in Minecraft, it's like they're biomes. It's not exactly the same thing.
Your mom's a biome. Snap, end of the level.
Oh man.
I mean, I did sort of go backwards a bit, but
Thank you for releasing me.
you're welcome. Ah, crap. Sneak attack, bruh.
I put my flashlight in the freezer to disinfect it, and my dad thought it was vegan meat, so he cooked it.
Oh yeah, I remember that crap. Yum, plastic. I mean, technically, I guess it's vegan.
I mean, except it's made out of dinosaurs.
I mean, that's. I mean, they. I mean, at that point, I mean, there's not really any ethical concern. I mean, it's not like we killed dinosaurs to make plastic. I mean, they were already dead for a while, I think. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, just like, you know, eating roadkill is okay if you're vegan.
Yep. Yum. Extra tire seasoning.
Indeed.
Yep. You know, you can't necessarily prove that something doesn't exist. So,
Yeah.
what if I were to say that, dinosaurs don't exist? You can't prove that. There might still be a dinosaur out there for all we know. So, yeah, dinosaurs do exist.
Yep. Russell's teapot.
Yep. Posing the deep questions here, bro. Ah, crap. You can still throw the... Yeah. still throws garbage snowballs over here. There's balls. Throw my balls.
Big balls.
Throwing my balls. Throwing my balls. I still have that terrible Jimmy Fallon balls in your mouth song still stuck in my head. I don't know why, but like for the past like billion years or so, that song has just been like stuck in my head nonstop. Just endless balls in my mouth, bro.
Endless balls in your mouth.
Yep. Balls in your mouth. Balls in your mouth. No, shouldn't you get balls in your mouth? Balls in your
Too
mouth.
many balls.
Too many
No such
balls.
thing.
I'm tri-testicular.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
See, there they go again. It's like they've got this like weird conspiracy thing like set up, like some deep destiny fate or whatever set up for Spyro when there's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. Screw you, Insomniac. You ruined my life. Slurp. Slurp on Daddy's cummies. Yeah, ruining is fun. You know, you just want to have a nice, innocent snowball fight, and I just killed him.
Oh man.
It's the only way to win a snowball fight. Death.
Just to kill people.
Yeah. Very family-friendly game, Spyro the Dragon. Like, damn.
Thank you for releasing me.
Two of those dudes in one level. Man, we are so blessed. You know what? You know, with all the dudes who just say something along the lines of "Thank you for releasing me," I really wish there was like one dragon who, like, when you released him, didn't even say anything.
It's just like, oh, bye. Not even a thank you.
Yeah, he just stares awkwardly for like 5 seconds. We got somebody in the chat. It's our biggest fan. That Tom Smith dude. Isn't that the Kid Chameleon dude?
Yeah, Tom. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. How you doing? From Tom Smith from your YouTube channel. I know it might take a while to see this, as I think
Yep.
it might be the first comment you received in chat.
Yep.
Well-
I mean,
Well, you're forgetting viewer number 3.
Mamma mia.
We appreciate having you here. Check out our Kid Chameleon thing yet?
I mean, you already commented on it. I'm pretty sure you've seen it.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, yes.
That's nice, huh?
Yeah, bro. But yeah, it's officially party time now. Our lo-fi gaming with my crappy computer. Yep. See, he watched it.
Spyro.
Yeah.
Some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor.
Watch the whole Kid
In the
Chameleon
ice
video.
game, armor can make their feet very slippery.
I already knew that. Well, I mean, that time, I wouldn't be introduced to them if I went in the correct direction for this level, but... yeah.
Huh.
I like
Ran
the
right
action.
into a post.
Yep. I like the Action 52. I mean, I don't like Action 52, but I like the Action 52 stream. That was a fun stream.
Yeah, it was a quality stream.
Not a quality
Not the
game.
best game.
Yep.
It's one of the games I want to try with the Vine Sauce Corruptor.
I mean, it already has its corruptions like built in. So I mean,
Whoever made it was corrupt.
Yep.
The Donkey Kong Country, that was a good game though.
yeah,
Definitely
Yeah.
not
yeah.
torture.
I mean, yeah, it was a bit nasty at the end, but like in a fun way, you know, not in like a Action 52 sort of way. Man, what's your suggestion, Mr. Smith? Ugh.
You know what else would be an entertaining stream?
Your mom. Alright. But yeah. We are open to suggestions. Play through all Color Dreams. Okay, I might have heard of that. Is that like a company? Might be a company. Maybe. I mean, yeah. I like playing just crappy bootleg games. They're always sort of fun to play. Well, sort of fun to play. I mean, generally they're sort of bad to play. Like all those sorts of Yep.
I mean, like, I don't know. Donkey Kong 5 was looking pretty cool. Is that one of the ones you're talking about?
I mean, I'm currently playing Spyro right now, so I can't really look this shit up at the moment. But I mean, yeah. Bootleg games. I mean, they're really bad to like play on your own, but they are fun to play with other people, because it's just like you can laugh at it together. Whereas on your own, you're just like, oh no, my jump is very slow. Oh no, you know, it's kind of dull. But yeah, we can, you know, figure out for a future stream or whatever. That would be pretty cool. Maybe not immediately, but we'll get there. We will get there. I mean, obviously our video quality for a stream at the moment is not doing too well, and I'd rather it was a bit better before doing regular streams, but I guess...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if this is what we have, then who knows? We'll see.
Well, I mean, at least we'll be able to do highlight videos soon.
Yeah.
I guess you could you could record yourself and then send the video to me, and I'll do an overdub commentary and pretend that I'm communicating with you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just leave gaps in for stuff for me to say.
Like, yeah, Graham, I remember that. Whoa, Graham, you don't need to be that racist.
Oh no, don't go. I have to come up. The thing would be that I have to come up with something later that actually is that racist.
Mamma mia. Alright, Night Flight. Very special kind of level compared with other ones.
Like that song by Tim Hecker.
I feel like, I mean, I might be thinking of something entirely different, but alright. Like, you know, there's the Bee Gees song Night Fever. I feel like there's a song called like Night Flight. Might be like the fancy 70s way of spelling night, where it's like N-I-T-E or whatever, but
For some reason, the music just spiked in volume a lot, so I couldn't hear you, but it sounded like you were naming a lot of albums with songs similar to Night Flight.
perhaps. You will never know. We've got very great communication on this stream.
I mean, I don't want to be.
Oh, man. Okay, wait, nope, not that direction. Not that, nope. Alright, crap.
Tom Smith says that we're not politically correct.
I mean, I
I
wouldn't
don't want to be thought of as. I don't want to be thought of as those people, but.
I mean, I feel
we
like.
do say funny stuff.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, there's a difference between just being like, ha N-word, and like saying stuff that might be like, edgy or whatever. I feel like you have to have like a sense of what the barriers are in order to break them down in the first place. Because I feel like a lot of edgy kids who are like, suicide, N-word, are just sort of like saying that to like piss people off. And are just, they're sort of like farting in the wind a bit. So, whereas what we're doing, we're
spikes
genius.
in the music volume and I can't hear you at all.
Bro. Mamma mia. Yeah.
I do think some shows have lost their sense of humor though, like Bob's Burgers tries way too hard to like not offend anybody and it ends up being really boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm saying, there is, a bit of difference between, being sort of, provocative versus just being offensive. And, I feel like this sort of, differentiation, like, goes both ways. Like, obviously, there's just, people that are like, like, N-word and stuff and think that's funny for some weird reason. Versus somebody who wants to make something that's, like, legitimately, like, satirical or whatever. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference.
So, yeah, I get what you mean. I was worried for a second there that you were like, oh, no, PC police got us down, man. But, yeah. That's cool, yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah, man. Collecting humor magazines. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I used to sort of
humor magazine collector?
Yeah. Those exist. I mean, I guess technically I didn't like Mad Magazine or whatever. I don't know. Didn't like Mad Magazine go out of print or whatever. Well, not out of print, but like whatever, discontinued. But yeah, I think maybe.
I got I ordered a copy of the regular show Adventure Time crossover comic.
Oh snap! It's pretty solid. Not at all regular.
Mad Magazine.
Yep. What's a British one? Beano or whatever. That's another one.
Beano.
Beano. Alright. That's those are like the only
National Lampoon.
Oh yeah, National Lampoon, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit. Should probably pay attention to what I'm doing so I can actually pass this level. I hate these levels.
He drowned.
Yep. Spyro is dead.
Just getting in on the East Coast.
Alright, I can do this. Crap, I missed it, and I probably won't have time to do anything else, so that's screwy. Yeah, we can do this. Alright. Wait. Did I just miss one? Screw this. I don't care anymore.
I mean, I remember National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I don't think I've ever seen any. I don't think I've ever read any National Lampoons. I think my dad has it.
Was it National Lampoon Animal House?
Animal House?
Yeah, man. John Belushi being John Belushi. Yeah, I know like a lot of National Lampoon is deeply connected with like a lot of the early SNL stuff. Back when SNL was like actually good. The rare occasions.
Can you like turn off your mic or turn down the game audio?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm missing like big chunks of what you're saying.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Okay.
No. You
Kids,
can't take this away
all
from
this
me.
Plight?
You can't take this away from me. Alright.
Do it while you're in the middle of the level.
Yep. One more. Yeah. We did it, Reddit. Alright. So, yep. Okay. I might turn this down just a second here. Alright. Turn it down by... Let's see here. Just a quick secchi. Let's see.
Just changing your PlayStation.
Yep.
Turning down the
Fixing my mods
volume
here.
on my CRT.
Yep. Alright. Okay. Alright, that's probably I don't know, man.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, yep. And back to the game. Maybe. Oh, that's it. No more game.
Oh shit.
Mamma mia. Alright, never mind. We're good. We are good. We got this. Yeah. Alright. Mamma mia. We're good. I don't want to try this again. Screw these levels. I hate these levels.
So you're not gonna 100% the game?
I just did 100% it.
Oh.
Why did I do that?
You dropped all your gems.
Mamma mia. Whoops. Let's see here. I mean, we might be able to play DOS games. There are definitely some entertaining ones out there. I mean,
What's
I guess
a DOS game?
like DOS, bruh. Like super old. Well, not really super old, but like relative to video games, super old, like PC games. You know, I mean, I get like technically, I think the original Doom counts as a DOS game or whatever, but
Well,
I'm
damn.
not sure. But
We got it working, but
But yeah, obviously more obscure stuff is pretty cool.
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, when I was watching all the, like, tycoon games that Gray still plays I was like, that'd be cool to do these, except he already did them, you know? Like, he was playing this one that was like a cop simulator. That was just really dumb.
Damn. Mamma mia. Gonna. Yep. Yeah, like, yeah, my favorite genre of like bad game is like, oh man, you see that? He just fucking kamikazed over the fucking cliff, bro. He failed his mission. A meaningless sacrifice.
We're trying to go through Zoom actually, and that's why we're doing it. That's why our stream is so messed up
Good.
today.
Yep. But
Well, I mean, we normally would be in the same room, but we're trying this.
yeah. Snap. 16 lives, man. Oof. Lost a grand total.
Lives.
Lost a grand total of 1 so
Damn.
far. I'm a pro gamer.
Yeah, Elijah's a pro gamer.
Yep.
I mean, I guess there's been a few times when I've played while he was like taking a piss or something. It didn't work out. But
Yeah.
I mean, like we were gonna do some game that I was gonna play, right? Like Impossible Quiz or something.
Maybe, yeah.
No.
Flash games. Yeah. I mean, we'd have to work that out and stuff.
Yeah, that one's not super on the menu yet.
Yeah, the reason why Graham never plays is because he fucking sucks.
Yeah. We were thinking it would be fun to go on a Blue Maxima Flashpoint and get a bunch of Flash games.
Yeah, man. Ah, sick shit. Yeah, man. Got a whole bunch of classic Flash games out there.
Yeah.
Achievement
Thing
unlocked.
4. Achievement unlocked, yep.
Yep. I played all of the classic trilogy.
Oh, was there 3
I know
of
all-
them?
Yeah, there's 3 of them. I mean, there might be more, but who knows? Probably not. But yeah. I know all the achievement unlocked lore.
I mean, yeah, I think our plan was to kind of do like a popular game and then an obscure game and then a popular game.
Yeah.
We had this. I think it would be kind of cool to do just like 30-minute game streams of like random games.
Yeah.
You know, some games are just pretty short and wouldn't be like a full stream.
He should watch his back.
Okay. I'll watch
Rondo.
it for him. Alright, I don't know why I'm running around there, but yeah. Alright, let's fight this dude. Mamma mia. Huh. Alright. Moron. I think you should put the like his metal clothes on like his entire body. I think that would have helped a bit more, I think.
His nice shoes.
Yeah, 6 sandals. Those luscious feet. But yeah, I like streaming weird bootleg stuff, so yeah, we'll probably do some weird crap eventually. I mean, we'll have to, figure out what exactly we'll be doing. But yeah, I know. What's that weird? There's like this weird one which is like Sonic, but with like Mario instead of Sonic. But they pretend that it's not Mario, like Samari the Adventurer.
Samari.
Samari, yeah.
He has like a. He just looks kind of like Mario.
Yeah.
It's like a.
Yeah, he like has.
version.
Yeah, he looks. I don't know what he looks like, man. He sort of looks like. I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. The problem for me with like doing games blind is that I'm like very terrible at playing any game the first time. So, there's sort of a point where it becomes, amusing when I fail, and it just becomes like embarrassing. So that's sort of part of the reason why I mostly only play games that I've like actually played before. It's just because, I just, feel comfortable doing it. But yeah.
I mean, I'll play a game blind, but it won't be fun to watch.
We'll see.
Well, we're
I don't know.
definitely not speedrunners.
Yep. Yeah, we're more like a medium runner.
Yeah.
Playing an average time for this game. Can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafters world if you are ready. Are you ready to go? Yeah, sure. I like how I hop on his head and he's just like, yeah, chill, you can do that. You can do that, little guy. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it would be exciting for us to play games too. For just try it first time plays.
Yeah.
Especially Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we might actually do that one blind. I can try that one blind. It's just that, I do get very irritated easily with my games sometimes. and I don't really rage in an entertaining fashion. I'm just sort of like, instead of like getting loud, like when I get irritated with my games, I just get more quiet.
Yeah.
So
Menacingly.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Those are some nice trilled R's there. Yeah. Yeah, raging gamers are just sort of... Like, you can usually tell, like, when they're, like, legitimately raging versus when they're, like, like, play acting or whatever. And honestly, like, if we're gonna be honest here, either way is sort of irritating. Because, you get sort of, it's a cringy feeling when you watch someone, like, getting, like, legitimately angry at a stupid video game versus, somebody who's like, who's just clearly faking it. Both of those are sort of cringy, yeah.
I mean, I was watching some video today where, like, I don't know what fucking game this was, but this guy was climbing a mountain with his legs in, like, this pot, and he had this axe. And he like been climbing it for like 12 hours and then just fell to the bottom. And he's like, you see him in his chair and he's like getting so mad and like punching it.
Mamma mia. Yeah, that's like part of the reason why I don't like, doing those sorts of blind streams, is because like I said, I'm sort of bad at those sorts of video games. So everything will just take like 5 times longer than it would for a normal person. Yep, I'm agreeing with you there. Yep. Get my eggs. Again, where do these eggs come from? Do like dragons reproduce asexually or something? Like, where are they coming from, man?
I don't know. They're just like eggs that they lay for fun. Like the stimulation.
Mamma mia. But what is reality anyway? But yeah, I get what you
When
mean.
you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
All right.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
I guess there's another move that we've learned besides our initial moves. You know, our supercharge. Get fired up. 1, 2, 3. You won't be laughing so hard once I flame your ass. Mamma mia. Where? Yeah, there you are. Alright. Vroom. Alright.
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
Screw you, older generation. Such much attitude, such wow.
I feel like that's like that was a weird like 90s trope where it was like, I mean, I guess the best example of that would be parents just don't understand. Like,
It's yeah, man. Just like old man gets us down, man. Attitude.
yep.
All right.
Greetings, fellow kids.
All right. Your real last name isn't Smith. Man, lying on the internet, man. Gonna arrest you. Internet
It's
police.
illegal to lie on the internet.
Yep. Yeah, I read that on the internet. That's a joke that's never been made before. Busting out their fake MIDI sitar or whatever.
Yep, that pitch bend.
Alright. And yeah. Mamma mia. We did it, Reddit.
Beat the game.
Mamma mia. Screw you, clams. Much anti-clam propaganda. Anti-goat propaganda. ASMR. Such good. Shit where they're rubbing the microphones and shit with like feathers and shit. I don't mind it. Like, obviously, like, it's not really a thing I care about too much, but I could understand why people like it. But yeah.
Yeah. I've seen some of them don't really understand, like, and some of them seem like weirdly pornographic. Like, this one girl would like talk into the mic super close and whisper in it, and like talk to you all babyishly, and then would put like some of that jelly stuff on top of the mic, like the slime.
Man, the slime. Yeah. $25. You see, the gems in this game correspond one-on-one with the money in our own currency.
That makes sense.
Yep.
They thought ahead.
Yes.
Well, is there ASMR streamers on Twitch?
I'm sure there's ASMR streamers. There's streamers everywhere, man. The streams everywhere.
Yeah.
Damn. Goats be
They
like.
have like they should have like my dad is proud of me ASMR.
Yeah, man. Alright.
So you just entered the Alpine Ridge
Yep.
10 minutes ago.
I mean, you seem to be more on time than you were earlier on in the stream.
Yeah, I'm not watching the stream anymore because for some reason this video like caught up and overtook the stream.
Damn. Zoom finally zooming ahead. I don't know. It's just a dumb phrase. You know, we did it, Reddit. I just like saying that for just like random things that are just pointless.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's a reference to.
I mean, I feel like there is like some Redditor out there who like said we did it, Reddit, when they like accomplished something, made the world's biggest chungus. Wholesome 100. Yeah.
World's biggest chungus.
Did you see that? Like, there's like this tweet of like these like middle schoolers or whatever who made this like giant, like massive, like inflatable chungus that's like I swear like 20 feet high. It's like big, bruh.
I mean, like, I want to see that. I want to look that up.
Yep. Actually, I am 89 years old.
Spyro,
I keep
you're
up
not
my
one
health
of those
by
big,
drinking a lot of
noisy,
grapefruit
gigantic,
juice
awful beasts,
and
are you?
Of course not.
snorting
I didn't
a
think
lot
so.
of dirt. I don't know,
Eating
man.
too much, like, vitamin C, I realized really burns my urethra. I probably said this a couple of times on our stream, but it's really important that I say it multiple times.
Yeah, for all the folks in the back.
Yeah.
All right, let's go this direction, maybe. Yeah, we're in our 20s.
Yeah, we're in our 20s.
20 years in this cruel world. 20 years in this, more like 20 years in this cool world. Am I right, fellas?
Am I right? Reddit. AMA.
Mamma mia.
It's true, like, for whatever reason, I've noticed a lot of TV shows are somehow, like, always, like, they always have to do with what references to, like, what the people who made the show watched, like, what TV they really liked when they were younger.
Yeah, man.
Like, for example, like, that Ren and Stimpy episode where they had like the John Wayne impression. I know you've seen that one, Elijah, right?
Wait, what? What?
The one where they like where he's like, capitalist pig, and then he's like, you communist dog. Like he does a or a Clint Eastwood impression, my bad.
Get your facts straight, Graham.
I know.
Mamma mia. But yeah. Cool to know that our demographic is wide enough to accommodate people who are older than us. Yes. Ah, crap. Mamma mia. But yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, Beavis and Butthead is pretty solid. I mean, I'm a big Simpsons dude. I sort of grew up watching The Simpsons and stuff. Ah, shit. Mother mia.
I mean, I was watching they had this recent Family Guy where they had like a parody of Quentin Tarantino, and somebody asked like, what year does this movie take place in? And they're like, I don't know, whatever year Quentin Tarantino watched TV in.
Well then.
What?
Pretty much, yeah. Alright. Yeah, to be honest, you're probably the only one who's ever commented on our shit. Ah, crap.
Well, we've received comments. Someone told us to like pray when we were fighting against what's his name and what's his name.
I mean, in terms of YouTube comments, I think it's just him.
The only YouTube comments.
But yeah, in terms of Twitch chat, there have been other people. Take that.
Family Guy is worse. You can see that.
Yeah, I mean, sort of growing up in the 2010s, I watched a lot of Cartoon Network stuff like Adventure Time. That show's pretty solid.
Oh, thank you for releasing me.
Again with the
Eldred. Family Guy might be one of the worst shows ever. I like the voices in The Simpsons. They're very, I don't know, they seem like
vocal.
real people to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very iconic, I guess.
Yeah. And again, I grew up with it, so that's, part of it as well. But yeah, I like this. Family Guy is, like, intermittently okay, but not really. It's sort of like, whenever I watch an episode of Family Guy, it's like, I like, just sort of watch it with a blank stare, and then maybe I laugh, like, once. Solid, one laugh episode.
I mean, they have made fun of Marge's voice in the show.
Yeah.
They fucking I love American Dad a lot. I think it's funnier than Family Guy. I think Elijah thinks the same of American Dad as he does Family Guy.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, it is a little better. Because, I feel like Family Guy is like two jokes. It's either be offensive or make 80s TV references. And that's just Family Guy.
It has
jokes.
that like recurring thing where they do something too many times.
Yeah.
Great work, Spyro. If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the Magic Crafter world.
Alright, cool, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen American Dad, you should watch some American Dad. But I mean, if you don't like The Simpsons and you don't like Family Guy, I don't see why you'd like that.
Yeah. I mean, and also, from what I've heard, American Dad, like the first couple of seasons, are supposed to be like ass or whatever. From what I've heard.
The first couple of seasons are pretty funny to me, but they're dated. You know, it's got George Bush in it.
Remember that these blue thieves.
The actual George Bush came on the show.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
Right. Theft is not tolerated on this stream. Right. Yeah. SNL. My opinion of SNL. Original cast is the best one, obviously. And when I say original cast, I mean I'm also including Bill Murray in that, even though he technically wasn't in it for the first year. But yeah, sorta, you know, original cast is the best. And then after that, I'm not sure there's really any like whole casts that I liked. There are like, you know, performers here and there that I enjoyed. I mean, obviously Eddie Murphy is great. Maybe late 80s when it was like Mike Myers and Phil Hartman and stuff, but yeah. You know, I feel like, you know, 90% of like the people on SNL are like only funny on SNL. Like there are definitely like a few exceptions, like obviously Bill Murray has been going pretty strong. And then, you know, but I mean besides Bill Murray, there aren't too many. I mean, yeah, Eddie Murphy,
Armisen.
Chris Rock. Yeah, Fred Armisen I like. It's like 2000s era SNL. It's sort of weird because I never really liked that era SNL, but like everybody who was in like the 2000s era SNL went on to like make better stuff, you know?
Well, I don't know, but yeah.
You know, like Bill Hader has his own show. You know, Fred Armisen obviously has several shows. You know.
I mean, I always like it whenever he does an appearance on any show. It's always real funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Bill Hader. He's cool. Yeah, Joe Piscopo is cool, even if he did have the misfortune of appearing alongside Eddie Murphy of all people. So, yeah, SCTV. Probably watched like one sketch of that. Probably should watch more of it. Yeah. Yep. Trying to remember who's on SCTV. I mean, there's John Candy, but that's basically all I remember.
Semen cum television.
That good one, Graham. Got
That's
him.
what I must assume that it stands for.
Yep.
Oh fuck! It's one of those head crab queens over there.
Yep.
Just saw a giant ass spider walking through.
Yep. Yep. Those spiders will get you. They sure will. By golly. Alright. Screw you, tornado. There shall be no tornadoes today. Alright. Cyrus.
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
Alright. Figured that'd make things more entertaining, but okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Harold Ramis, yeah, he's cool. And Martin Short with his older brother Martin Tall. Yet another example of our genius comedy on the stream.
Canadian. Canadians always say boys. They always call people, "Oh, we're gonna go get our dope equipment, boys." And I have 2 shows that I watch where they've done that, so it clearly must be true. Also, Gray still says it, so I wonder if he's Canadian.
Mamma mia. All right. Yep. Really showing those Canadians, man. They've had it
How is that
too good for too
insulting?
long.
Like, they just use the word boys as like a reference to the group. I don't know. They do it on Letterkenny and they do it on Trailer Park Boys. And Gray Still Plays does it, so. Never heard anybody say. Okay. Maybe that's just the TV Canadians. I've seen that.
Yep.
Try combining supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high.
You ever watched
scale.
Letterkenny?
Mamma mia. Yeah, Leonard Ketty, classic documentary.
Classic documentary about. I mean, there's just so much slang in that show. But yeah, Trailer Park Boys is cool. I've seen every episode, but none of the cartoon ones. I don't know if they're out yet.
Did you ever realize that, most, Canadian TV shows that are, popular in the U.S., all have to do with, the working class? Letterkenny, it's a very blue-collar show. Trailer Park Boys, very blue-collar show. Red Green Show, very blue-collar show.
Well, I mean, don't most shows aspire to be blue collar, kind of like?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of U.S. sitcoms are very upper middle class.
I guess that's true. Like if I'm thinking about
Very bourgeois.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, you have
I hate those bugs.
Family
When I become
Matters,
big and strong,
which he's like a
you,
cop.
I'll squash 'em
And
all.
you have
Until then, remember
I
that
feel like Home
supercharge
Improvement. They had a super nice house.
And they made so much money out of destroying things.
Like the hockey players in Letterkenny are always like, "Dirty fucking danglers, boys," or something like that.
Yeah, man. Danglers refers to penis.
Is that what? Because I don't even know why there's, half the shit they say is
I don't know,
very
man.
slang. Like there's a wiki where they list all the slang. Like, oh, we're gonna go rip Chell means you're gonna go play NHL All Stars or whatever. Favorite sitcoms are the 80s ones. I don't know if I've ever watched an 80s sitcom. But Elijah's seen tons of 80s sitcoms.
I mean, Cheers counts, I think. Cheers is pretty solid. What else is there? There's that one that Michael J. Fox was in. Yeah, Charles in Charge. You were singing Charles in Charge, bro.
Never seen Charles in Charge. It's the theme song.
Damn it.
Sounds kind of like the Spyro theme.
Alright. We flying, boys. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of like old sitcoms like that, because I feel like after a certain point, they get very formulaic, they all have sort of the same premise or whatever. Oh no, that one new Tim and Eric show, Beef House or whatever. They're all sort of like that, if it weren't, Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
all have too many characters eventually.
yeah. I mean, I think there are. I mean, if you're talking about like sitcom as in like solely stuff that's like Friends or whatever, yeah, I think. But there are some sitcoms which I think are a bit more individual than others. You know, like Seinfeld is definitely sort of in its own category, I think.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then-
I've never even seen anything that had the same type of humor that Seinfeld has.
Full House.
Full House.
Yep.
Yeah, Full House is not great. I like how Jesse has world-breaking powers.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I tried watching one episode of Friends and I never watched it again. It was horrible. Well, I did see every single episode played at the same time today.
Yeah. That was a very interesting video. I feel like if you're like hypnotized and somebody like showed you that video, you could like instantly quote every single line from Friends.
Maybe that would save you time.
Yep. You know, like, oh crap, I gotta write this report on the TV show Friends. Gotta watch it really fast. Raising Dad.
Raising Dad.
It sounds like your kind of show, Graham.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more into, like, guess what you'd call it, single camera sitcom, you know, crap like, you know, like, I like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that's a good show. Curb Your Enthusiasm's pretty good. I like that sort of thing. Come on. Just a little
You know,
closer.
like Arrested Development.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I feel like
So-
I feel like I like Arrested Development less than I used to, I feel. Cuz I watched it recently and it wasn't quite as good as I remembered it being. Though I do remember that like the second season was like probably the best season of the show, but like
The new ones are just a little bit too weird and a little bit too dense. Like, just kind of.
it's too
Yeah, I don't like the new ones very much. There's too many things happening.
It's too confusing for you, little baby.
Yep, I have a small brain.
Damn. I have a big brain from watching Rick and Morty.
Richard and Mortimer.
Yep. Yeah, Rick and Morty, my opinion on Rick and Morty, it's a bit overrated in my opinion. I think when it's just straight up being funny, that's when it's like its best or whatever. I feel like occasionally it takes itself a bit too seriously at times, and it just doesn't work quite right. You know, because I mean, there's a lot of other shows, you know, like BoJack Horseman, who do like the same thing, but a whole lot better than what Rick and Morty sometimes attempts to do, you know? But, you know, when Rick and Morty is good, it is good, but yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. There are some episodes that aren't like, I don't know, they don't seem to have as much staying power. But the fourth season now has some really good episodes already in it.
Yeah.
So
I haven't really been catching up on Rick and Morty, but
they had a good one that was like an Ocean's 11 parody or whatever. Like Rick builds a team assembling robot.
Mamma mia.
Have we ever seen Two Broke Girls? I've never seen Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, it's a bit ass.
You've seen it?
Yeah, it's ass.
It's ass.
But yeah, that's sort of in the same category. of, just, very boring formulaic type sitcoms where they're just sort of they got their sort of sitcom plot checklist or whatever, and they tick them off with each episode or whatever.
Yeah. Like, I've noticed a lot of cartoons have like the same episode in every single one of them, and then but it's not even an episode that happens to be based on anything, as far as I know.
Wait, I laughed at what you said, but then I realized that I wasn't actually paying attention, so you're gonna have to repeat that, Graham.
Well, okay, a lot of shows will have episodes that have similar plots, but they're not really a reference to anything. They'll just have a certain set of plots that they just go through. A lot of them.
It's the archetypes that Joseph Campbell.
Yeah.
Whatever his book was called, I forget what it was called.
Joseph Campbell? I don't know.
Yeah, he's sort of the dude who made the whole theory where every story is actually one of 7 archetypal stories or whatever. You know what I'm
Carl
talking about?
Jung?
Yeah, he's sort of in conjunction with that sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh, the power of myth.
Yeah.
Oh, the hero's journey, right?
Yeah.
I remember watching the special features on a Star Wars DVD, and they were talking about that shit, and I'm it seems like they made this seem a lot deeper than it really is.
Rhymes in cinema. It's poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Ding. Come on, treasure chest. No. Screw this. Screw this game. This game cheats.
We are not brothers.
Yep.
It's a
We are
fun
brothers.
piece of Puritan Oaks lore that we are unrelated.
Yep. It'll come into play in later seasons. Brothers of another mother. I mean, I guess our voices do sound somewhat similar, I suppose.
Yep. We both don't breathe through our noses.
Alright. Taking out these airplanes. They're just having a good time, man, and I'm just ruining their shit. Come on. Yeah, we did it, Reddit. Alright. We've won the battle, but we haven't won the war. Yeah, we did it. Just college. So, a few years. But, yeah.
Yeah, we are pretty in sync. We finish each other's.
That.
Yep. That's just what I was gonna say. Wow.
Yeah. So you see, originally the plan was that we were gonna be like a band or whatever, but that didn't really happen too much. I mean, it will eventually, but we sort of, you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of times when people like form bands, like they start off with like the most shit posty names or whatever. And one sort of shit posty name that I came up with was, well, I didn't really come up with, was just calling our band Quaker Oats. And then over time I thought, nah, that's a bit too dumb. So I changed Quaker to Puritan and Oats to Oaks. So, I mean, I do like the name because it sounds strangely culty, you know, and sort of weird and stuff, but the meaning is not quite as deep as that.
It's very deep.
Part of the Puritan Oaks lore.
Like Neutral Milk Hotel when Jeff Mangum was like, I want the worst band name ever.
Yep.
Except the opposite.
Damn. It's like, you know that one 90s band, one 90s adult alternative band, Toad the Wet Sprocket. You know, it comes from like a
Toad the
Monty
Wet Sprocket.
Toad the Wet Sprocket, yeah. It comes from like this Monty Python sketch where like Eric Idle like wanted to come up with the worst band name possible, so he came up with Toad the Wet Sprocket. And of course, you know, obviously somebody's gonna take that name as an actual band name eventually. And they did. And history was made. Yeah, Toad the Wet Sprocket, they're a very 90s band. They're just one of those bands that are just 90s.
Welcome to Wizard Peaks. This is my favorite supercharged spot. Use it to bash those wizards.
Alright, bashing. I don't, not sure about Graham's situation.
What?
What? What?
I have several girlfriends.
Yeah, Graham has a harem.
Yeah,
Just terrible anime. You know, he doesn't realize that all these girls are just nagging at me.
like I just want to grill.
Yeah, man. Na. Yo, bro, how's it chillin'? Yeah, man, this one seems very, very friendly. Doesn't seem to mind my company like the other ones.
What is this? Is that a glitch?
I mean, obviously you're like right at the edge of a ledge.
You're just
So like
blocking his path.
pretty much. Oh man. We only got weebs on this stream, bruh.
Yeah, we both like anime.
I mean, I don't like...
Not harem anime. If that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, harem anime is like my worst enemy. But like, and I mean, I'm also not like a fan of like the sort of generic shonen fighting anime or whatever, you know, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto or whatever, but...
I mean, Dragon Ball Z is awesome.
It's the sort of show that you like turn your brain off when you watch it. Like it's very dumb, but like it's dumb enough that it's fun, you know. But like, I'm not.
It is very funny,
Yeah.
but it's also, I don't know. There's something very entertaining about it, like in the same sort of mindset as like when you watch superhero movies and you're like, can Thor pick up a, I don't know, can a Wookiee blow up a beach ball? It's like that, Does that make sense?
I mean, I started to follow where you were going, but then all of a sudden it was like, what?
Like, so in the Marvel movies, you imagine like, oh, can Thor do this? Like, what if he, like, I don't know, who can and can't pick up the hammer? Like, what if he's inside the Earth's core? Will the hammer just dig a hole all the way down to the Earth's core when he summons it? Like things like that, And so with Dragon Ball Z, you're also like, oh, can fucking Goku, Cell punch through Yamcha? Can he punch through anybody with just his fingertips or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose. Nah, we just chose the name because I like the sound of it. We're from the great state of Michigan.
Listen carefully, Spyro. There's a secret area in
I
the
mean, I was
artisan
raised
home.
Catholic,
It is
but
at the waterfall. Try jumping on the stones there.
Artisan home.
Elijah
Waterfall.
is a very
Sounds
Puritan name.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of one of the major prophets, but
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's the one who rode into heaven on a flaming chariot or whatever the fuck.
yeah, pretty much.
That's cool.
Yep.
That
Michigan.
should be in a Harry Potter book.
Mother of anal mother. All right. Aw, snap. Yep.
There was this one time when I was trying to go to White Castle in Detroit, and I like drove past the White Castle and kept going, like looking for a turn, and then it started like putting me towards the bridge to Detroit and shit,
Well,
or the
then.
tunnel or whatever, and like I'm like, oh fuck, am I gonna have to go, or am I gonna have to go all the way to Canada?
Well then.
I said bridge to Detroit, didn't I? Bridge to Canada, tunnel to Canada, wherever.
Upper Peninsula, it's probably pseudo-Canadian. Lower Peninsula is more like, that one's more like Midwest or whatever, I feel. Like, like Ohio or whatever. To me, the most Canadian state is probably Minnesota. That one's probably the most Canadian.
Yeah. I don't know. The UP, I guess, is very Canadian.
Yeah.
It's basically Canada. Canada Part 2.
2.0.
We don't have White Castle for a while near where we are. Like, I have to drive pretty far to get White Castle.
Yeah.
But it sucks that you don't have it in all of Canada. You might have, like, the microwavable sliders, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't. You're just unable to taste the shit that is White Castle sliders.
I mean, I think they're good, but, I'd have the Impossible Burger ones.
I don't know. I feel like there's something like strangely pathetic to White Castle sliders, in my opinion. Like,
It's weird that they're, like,
they look
square.
very sad to me. Like they're crying out
I
for
agree.
help. What? Alright. Ah, yeah. Burger King.
There's a Burger King there. Yeah, I mean, we have Burger King.
Yep. Burger. More like Burger Queen.
Is Burger King like
Alright.
what you think of as an American restaurant?
American restaurant. Calling
Oh yeah, that's funny to call it a restaurant.
green text calling Burger King a restaurant. Alright, so let's
Shiggy diggy.
get. Alright, let's figure this out. Where do I go now? I forget. Alright. That might be it. That might not be it. I don't remember. Alright, I was already there. I guess we should probably go over there, huh?
Burger King and McDonald's are everywhere.
Yep. Spyro, definitely, you know, a very PlayStation kind of game. Much PlayStation, very WoW. Let's see.
You always gotta have like a team of two for some reason. Banjo and Kazooie, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank.
Spyro
It takes two to make a thing go right.
Spyro and Dragon.
Yeah. Infinite and Jest.
Mamma Mia. Yeah, I definitely like my weird esoteric references and stuff. Definitely a lot. I also like being able to find the last gem in the stupid level. Alright. I think I remember where it is. Maybe. We shall see. It's obviously not this direction. I don't know what I'm doing. It's right there. It's right there. But I can't get it. Yeah. Graham's into the philosophy stuff. I'm sorta into the philosophy stuff. I'm more of a literature kind of dude, but
Yeah, I mean, I read like philosophy pretty much every day. I get a lot of audiobooks, and like I have a long commute to work, so I read. You know, it's like an hour of driving total.
yeah.
I mean, we also are college people.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, college is like, you know, either you'll learn nothing or you'll learn everything.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We read audiobooks. I take audiobooks and then I have the Google thing that like listen to messages and use that to turn them back into text.
Yeah, I can read sounds.
That's cool.
Alright.
I mean, like, I always feel like economists are always really bad at making predictions sometimes.
Roasted.
roasted.
Mama
But I mean, like having a degree in economics is a pretty respectable thing.
All right. I mean, let's see here. I'm never 100% sure what Graham does. It's like he works in like a factory or something.
Yeah, I work at a factory, but I also program stuff.
I'm sort of like a part-time tutor at this college or whatever, at this community college. So yeah. Alright. I am getting a bit tired, so probably we'll finish the boss level of this world or whatever, and that'll probably be it for tonight. But yeah.
Alright.
So yeah. Oh snap.
Works at a factory.
Generic,
It's pretty
ambiguous
cool
factory.
except for the hours. We said what?
Generic, ambiguous factory.
Yeah.
You make
Yeah.
parts.
You make objects. Yeah, working at a factory is a pretty decent deal for people, I feel like. Like, you know, if you want a job that you don't need a degree. Oh, he does have a computer science degree. Dang. That's pretty marketable, though. Does he work at a factory as a, like, I mean, I guess you sort of implied that he didn't. He's not a programmer at the factory, right? Like, they have people that come in and, you know, will come in and, like, plug into our machines and, like, reprogram them, you know? I mean, being at a factory is a good gig for some people. Maybe he'll make some badass open
Thanks
source
for releasing
game
me,
soon.
Spyro.
You know?
You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither
Achievement
do I.
locked.
Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
Oh man, I could have just walked on that, bro. Foiled your evil plan, green dude. I'm really not sure what these wizards' goal here is. I mean, they're just making it easier for me to get across. You know, if they just left it in place, I would at least have to do a little bit of fancy jumping, but...
There, you know, saves you time.
Yep. They're secretly on my side. It's part of the moral ambiguity of this game.
Yeah,
Morally ambiguous.
truly. Are you really helping by saving the dragons?
Yes.
Nope. They're actually bad. One of those dragons will go on to nuke the planet.
Cause the third impact.
Yep, cause the third impact, exactly.
Yeah. The bad ending. Alright. Wow, that was a very difficult boss fight. Yeah, if there's one thing that I don't like about this game is that the boss fights are like generally rather pitiful. Yeah. They're just sort of like chase after dude. And that's it. You know?
You know, I actually don't know what the word Nicomachean means, but it's a book by Aristotle, and it teaches virtue ethics. It teaches moderation is mostly the main takeaway, I guess you would get from it, I would say.
Yeah. I'm guessing Nicomachean is like a place or whatever. But yeah, Aristotle, sort of breaking a little bit from his teacher, Plato.
Yeah.
Named
Who
after the
died and
famous
made him in
clay.
charge of ethics.
Damn.
I agree. I think Aristotle's views on ethics are like very robust for the time, because afterwards you'd see idealists and neoliberal philosophers, and they'd sort of make ethics into like just try somehow, like as if you could have all of ethics be one single sentence, one single axiom, and that's what kind of like leads you to really like painful ethical contradictions.
Ethics is when you be good.
Yeah, well, no, like act only according to the maxim that you would have become universal law is very reductive.
Nasty Nork is turning our swamp into an electrified junkie.
Oh shit,
It
swamp.
was so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
How heartbreaking. But that's it. I'm gonna save here now. Bye, Spyro. We hate you.
It says the definition of a Nicomachean is of or pertaining to Nicomachus, the son of Aristotle.
Oh snap. Damn.
So I guess that's our stream.
The more you know. So that was Spyro the Dragon. That was about half of it. Got through 3 of the worlds. And
A lot of jumping.
Yep. A lot of flaming. A lot of running, which is technically called charging in this game. So get your terminology straight.
Yep. Running into walls.
Yep.
Him
Sometimes intentionally.
never blowing his nose.
Damn. Yeah. His voice gets better. In this first one, he's voiced by, I think it might be the dude who voices Rocco. But then
Rocco?
Yeah. But then in 2 and 3, he gets voiced by Tom Kenny.
Oh, who is that?
He's SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah. But yeah. So yep. It was a solid stream.
Yep. I think we can definitely do streaming in quarantine. But
I mean definitely a lot of dropped frames by the look of OBS here, but
could make an entire stream out of just drop frames.
Yep. But yeah. Avant-garde streaming. Lo-fi aesthetic. But yeah.
Yep.
So, yep. We might stream again eventually. Next week is exams, so probably not next week, but sometime after that. Yeah. So, All right. One last question. Whole quarantine situation. What are our views? I mean, personally, in my own personal situation, like I didn't lose my job because of the quarantine because I can like work from home. But I don't know about other people. I mean, personally, I'm sort of fine with the whole quarantine because I mean, I'd rather the economy tanked because people weren't able to work, rather than the economy tanks because all the workers die. so,
Yeah. Like,
so I mean,
I think people are totally valid when they worry that, like, oh, they're going to take away our freedoms permanently. They're totally valid to be worried about that. But, like, be worried about that and then, like, to deny that it's actually real is kind of silly.
yeah, I mean, it is definitely a legitimate problem, and I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, when you're sort of faced with something that's sort of abysmal like this, you sort of have to make some sacrifices. Not like sacrificing yourself for jobs, but like yeah.
I mean, a lot of people were going on Reddit and they were saying, like, oh man, we're going to have like 80% of the entire population of the earth is going to catch it and 5% of those people are going to die from it. And so they're like doing weird math like that, and I don't think that they're very accurate in doing that. Like, it doesn't seem like that would happen, but I guess it could happen if everybody, like, if we didn't try to slow it down, that might happen.
But yeah. Uh yeah, we don't support the coronavirus on this stream.
Yeah, we are anti-coronavirus.
Yep. Oop, lost a follower.
Yeah.
But yeah. I feel like I mean, I think we are sort of starting to, see the curve being flattened a little bit, at least a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we don't want to, put everything back in place the instant it starts dipping slightly, because I mean that would obviously just causes things to spike again. But
Yeah, like the new cases seem to have plateaued if you look at the graph.
yeah, but yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's that. So
that's
yeah,
our stream.
that's our stream. Spyro the Dragon, coronavirus. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Thanks, Tom.
Yep.